Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Oddly Adventures. I'm Tyler, and in this episode, episode 8 of our Sunfish Sailboat restoration, we're going to be working on fixing the hole that we created in the hull from some previous damage. If you're just joining us and are new to this channel, be sure to check out the playlist up above of all the videos in order of me repairing the Sunfish Sailboat. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I've gone ahead and laid up the first layer of fiberglass on the inside of the hull here. I'm going to go ahead and lay up the second layer, and we'll let that dry and we'll move on to something else. In addition, while I have some epoxy already mixed up, I'm going to go ahead and put another layer of fiberglass on the inside of the panel that I cut out. Now that we got this fiberglass all hardened up, we can go ahead and trim this flush with the rest of the boat. And then we'll go ahead and do the same thing with this piece as well. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and fiberglass into place some of these backings, which will support the outside layer of fiberglass here when I go ahead and put that back into place. In addition, I'm going to go ahead and lay down a layer of thickened epoxy here so I can put into place the foam that we originally tore back out, so I can start reassembling the entire thing. epoxy is dried up, and I'm going to go ahead and remove the clamps. Just a little trick: if you take some plastic from a plastic bag, the epoxy won't stick to that, so that's why I put on the clamps. I just used some duct tape to secure it on there, and the clamp should come off easily, and they won't be stuck. These look pretty good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get these cleaned up in a flush, and then so we can mount the external piece of fiberglass there. Alright, so I got ahead and laid some resin down in there and went ahead and reassembled the whole inside, and I'm just using some weights to keep pressure down on this so everything hardens the way it should. Alright, so got all the foam and everything installed back on the inside, so I'm going to go ahead and install the fiberglass back onto the outside. Remember, I created these tabs, so this would have some kind of support back to hook onto, so I'm going to go ahead and cover that with some thickened epoxy. Good. Now we'll go ahead and install our plate. And press all that epoxy out the best you can. Now what we'll do is we'll go ahead and fill in all of these gaps that we have, which will get sanded down later. Just go ahead and remove most of the excess, either with the scraper or your fingers or whatever you got. Just save you. You don't have to do this, but it'll just save you from a lot of sanding and grinding later on. Saw me attach this external piece of the fiberglass back on to the boat and go ahead and fill in the cracks with the thickened epoxy. I've gone ahead and sanded down all that to make the whole thing flush. It needs a couple more coats, and I think I'm going to put a layer of fiberglass on the outside here, and maybe just cover the whole thing with a layer of fiberglass cloth just to give it some more rigidity to it, because it seems a little weaker than the rest of the hull, but we'll see. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put another layer of the thickened epoxy on top of here, let that harden up, and fill in the rest of these gaps that I missed, and put a layer of cloth over top of that, and then we'll go ahead and sand and blend the whole thing together. In addition, while I have the epoxy mixed up, I'm going to go ahead and fill in all the rest of the cracks and everything else that's on the bottom of the hull, so we will be pretty much ready to paint after that. So let's get started. Alright, so I got the molding here all taped off. I got the epoxy mixed up. I got my fabric here. I'm going to go ahead and lay it up. Alright, we got this this all set up, we're gonna let it go ahead and cure, and then we'll sand and go ahead and ferret in with the rest of the boat. So you won't even know it's done once it's been painted. Alright, so as you can see, the hull is completely patched back up and it's completely faired down using thickened epoxy and some Bondo body filler. I've gone ahead and sanded down so everything's faired, it's completely smooth. Once it gets covered up with paint, you won't even know it's there. In addition to fixing that spot, I've gone ahead and fixed some other spots as well. So that one's all fixed up using Bondo and thickened epoxy. And some spots up here are all fixed up using Bondo and thickened epoxy. And they've all been sanded completely flat, and we are ready to prep for painting. So I'm going to go ahead and vacuum up all the dust, give the boat a wipe down with acetone, go ahead and tape everything off, and hopefully put on the first coat of paint. Thanks guys for watching. As you saw in that video, repaired the hole in the side of the boat. It looks really nice with some paint. Like I said, you won't even know that it's there. So in the next episode, episode 9, look forward to painting the entire bottom of the hull. It's all faired, it's all ready to go. All we need to do is vacuum it off, wipe it down, and give it a fresh coat of paint. So I'm really looking forward to that, and also looking forward to reinstalling all the deck hardware that we originally took off. If you haven't seen me taking off the deck hardware or the original overview of what the boat looked like when I first got it, check out the playlist off to the side. And if you want to see more of me taking the boat out, sailing, and other stuff like that, be sure to hit the subscribe button. Again, thank you so much guys for watching. If you have any questions, concerns, be sure to put them in the comment section down below and leave a thumbs up. Thanks so much.